Easiest way that we've found to reuse your bottles.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winners.
We have a growing group of friends that collect bottles for us and give them to us so that we can clean them up and reuse them for our wines, which saves us quite a bit because you probably know buying brand new bottles from Amazon or wherever kind of gets expensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you're giving a lot of bottles away and then you're not getting those bottles back, you start noticing the cost.
We need to put that on our label. Please return.
Yeah. Put our address on there.
Yeah.
Maybe a stamp.
Yeah.
We've gone through a lot of ways over the years of cleaning them. We've found one way that seems to be a lot better than the others, and we're going to show that to you. This is going to be a very short to the point video, but I've got a champagne bottle. Julie likes her champagne on Sunday mornings and mimosas.
Yep.
And then we've got just this is just a Rodney Strong typical wine bottle. So this has got foil on it. This has got a sleeve on the top, and then a couple labels. We've used a lot of ways over the years, including using OxyClean to soak them in overnight, which it works okay, but as you'll probably notice here in a minute when we show you the sink, it ends up damaging the sink.
Yeah.
It leaves white marks in it. And I think that's just from the prolonged exposure to the OxyClean. That method does work, but this method I'm going to show you is actually easier than that.
And we like easy.
We do like easy. So we're going to take you over to our sink, and I'll demonstrate what we do here. Your corgi's going to help. Help him? Yeah.
Of course. They're always so helpful.
So this with the rusty razor blade, you can tell it's been used. This came from Amazon. I'll link it in the description below. But this is the key. This has got a nice big comfortable handle, and your hands don't get tired like they would with something smaller than this. But I do this in the sink for several reasons. For one, I can use the garbage disposal, in this case, opening to hold the bottle. Gives me a nice firm place to push against. But also this is a good place for the scraped off labels to go to. So first thing I do usually is, just so I don't forget it, is just quickly scrape off the sleeve. This one happens to be metal. Doesn't matter if they're PVC or metal, but that came off super easy. And then I just use the razor blade and scrape all the way around in fairly narrow increments and try to get all of the paper off, and then as much of the adhesive that's left behind as possible. Makes the next step easier. I'll go over it until I feel like I got as much of it as I can with the razor blade. Do the other label. There's really nothing different about the champagne bottle other than it's got the foil at the top. And I go back to using the garbage disposal opening for the holder. So it definitely gives you a little bit of a workout. You can decide for yourself if it's worth buying bottles over doing this, but it's really easy to clean up by just pulling this out of the sink and throwing it away. You don't really want this down in your garbage disposal. So you end up with something that looks like that, kind of a mess with the glue and a little bit of paper left, but a mostly label-free bottle. Then the magic ingredient, WD-40, which you can find everywhere, and paper towels. So usually this is 2 paper towels. We use these a lot instead of the full page paper towels. I fold it into a quarter like that, spray a decent amount of WD-40 on one side. The first thing I do usually is just apply it to the bottle. I'm going to let it sit there a little bit before I go to the work part of it. Do that on both of these. This stuff, not only does it stop squeaks, it's great at removing glue. And I really haven't found any glue that it hasn't worked on well. So that one is sitting. Go back to my first one. As soon as this gets gummed up with adhesive, it stops working as well. So you got to flip sides a lot. But you've got 4 sides, and then you can unfold it and get another 4 sides. Now you just rub the glue off. Having fingernails that you can scratch with makes it a lot easier in this step, just to make sure you're getting all of the glue. But if you don't have fingernails, you'll just have to be a little more patient with the paper towel. This ends up being probably about a 3 to 4 minute job per bottle to get the label off and all the glue the way that I'm doing it. So again, you might decide that you just want to buy bottles, but we do enough wine and we give enough away as presents that it would be pretty expensive to buy all those bottles. And I don't mind doing a little bit of work for the investment. So as soon as I feel like the paper towel is gummed up, I'll want to flip it over. This actually came out pretty good without doing that. Now there is WD-40 residue that's on this, making it very slick. So make sure when you're carrying it around you don't drop it. That has no label left on it. It's got some WD-40 on it, but we'll take care of that in the dishwasher. So now I'm going to flip this over to an unused side, put a little more WD-40 on it just to make sure we got plenty. And we also have glue residue at the top of this one. A couple more stubborn areas where I have to use fingernails. And you can always go back to your scraper if you've got a really stubborn area. Like in that spot right there. And that's it. 2 perfectly clean, except for fingerprints now and WD-40 residue, bottles that are ready to go through the dishwasher.
So after we get that all done, we take the mostly clean bottles and I run them through the dishwasher to get any extra sticky residue that's left on there off. And
Including from the WD-40.
right. And also, obviously, shoots hot water up into the bottle to get those sterilized as well.
One thing you can ask your friends to do before they give the bottles to you is to rinse out the wine that's at the bottom, because that makes it
That's
so much
helpful,
easier
yeah.
if you don't have dried wine at the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah.
So they can help you out that way. Otherwise, if you do have dried wine at the bottom, one thing that will work is to put dish soap in water and let it soak for a while and then just shake it until it loosens up.
I also have a big bottle brush that I use to scrub it out. So, but yeah, pretty easy. Thank you guys again for watching our video, and I really hope that this was helpful for you. It's always nice to find an easy method to do something that you have to do on a regular basis. Even with our own bottles that have labels on them, we have to take those off because the next time we use it might not be the same wine, plus putting it through the dishwasher. So I hope this was useful for you. Thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And until next time, cheers.